EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing to start the drive. Short. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Buffalo 18. Say, hey. 18, Pioneer.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
A little juke.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
This is Greer. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
May now off the bootleg.
On the move to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go.
To the air, May. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for...
He's got a man, complete. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Flushed out right.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure.
It got his man, complete. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 41 yards.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
Throwing here is May.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Let's go. 18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
To throw, it's May.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw with May.
Flush to his right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the gun, it's May.
Here's a diving catch right side.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
On play action, May
Steps away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Greer.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. A one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He finds his man, complete. That's Lucas.
Let's
So
go.
in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Here's May.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Oh, the spin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Short. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3.
19 Lions. Stephanie.
Looking to throw. Short. And my goodness, another interception.
Still going inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So this is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Short. He's got it.
And the Jags are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Buffalo 18. Go. Check go.
Operating from the gun. Short. Under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
18, Pioneer. Here we go, sack. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Short.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Go.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Looking to throw. May.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Let's go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Second and 4. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
On the jump.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Ready, ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Short. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
On the ball now.
2
On the
yards
ball.
on the pickup there. And it's second down.
Jack Panther. Hut.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got some space here.
He's got a full head of steam. The race is on.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 98 yards.
And the Jags get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get the...
And this throw will be intercepted.
Now he's loose at the 40.
Fighting through the tackle at the 30.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing to start the drive. Short. Thomas brings it in. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brian Thomas,
29 yards.
and the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And they go play action with May.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On now is Ty Zentner to punt.
And this will be taken at the 13. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
60 Eagles. 70 rings, go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Greer. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Being chased out left.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
From the shotgun, it's May. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
Going quickly here to Thomas. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
Let's go now.
You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Check go.
Back to throw. Short. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Going to give to Greer here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A carry for Greer. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4. Play action. May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle they go. Greer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground. Greer. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately...
And now here is another interception. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And that one too high and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not...
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, there was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45.
Let's go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And they'll try to run the option here.
Skirts by him at the 35. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Jackson now to return.
And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Set.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Dragon 60. Go.
Back to throw again. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
70 Lions.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Bronco. Here we go. Set. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Manning. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Come on. Set. Hut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 43 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a 2nd and 2. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
19 tight.
From the gun on 3rd down. Short. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Off play action. Short. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everyone.